I'm finished Vanguard Season 3, and that's not me saying I'm fed up with this season. I've just completed all the content that there was offered to us. To no one's surprise, I unlocked the atomic camo on the 4 new DLC weapons at breakneck speed. I almost unlocked atomic on everything day 1 of the season being out, but I got a little bit busy, and I'll talk about why my uploads have been so inconsistent at the end of the video. I know the ice axe is technically part of season 2 because it came out 4 days before season 3 launched, but I consider it part of this season. And if you have average common sense, well, I have every gun in the game atomic, including melee weapons. I haven't done Dark Aether in a while. I really lost motivation to get Dark Aether on everything in the game because I don't want to have to play Vanguard zombies to unlock Green Tiger camo. That's just me. Eventually, I'll go do it on everything in the game that I haven't completed yet, but I'm saving that for a rainy day where I'm desperately bored. As little content as there was this season, I had a lot of fun with what we were given. No shit, I would love there to be more content, but I had fun. There was something so satisfying going back to multiplayer, trash talking in Das ship 24/7, and completing the weapon. It was extremely fun, and it felt like old school Call of Duty, and this happens every time there's a new season. I love grinding the new stuff, but once it's done, it's done. I mean, technically there are a couple things I have left to do. I can do the calling card challenges, which I completely intend to do once I hit Master Prestige, which will take me over the next couple of days. And then I actually want to get into ranked play this season and unlock the ranked play camos. I was originally going to do it last season, but I procrastinated, and by the time it was too late, I was like, I'll do it next season, just so I can have those exclusive camos that really I will never use because I'm going to use Atomic or Dark Aether, but it'll be nice just to say, hey, I have this rare camo from season 3 that not a lot of people might have. Plus, it gives me something to do in the meantime as well. And it is nice to see ranked play being fleshed out a little bit more by Treyarch so that there is something else to do once you're completed the atomic grind for the season. I just wish there was more in multiplayer. I don't know how many times I have to say it in videos, but Vanguard has really good base gameplay. It's fun and it's fast paced. There's just nothing that keeps you wanting more with the game. And that's an issue because once you get bored of the gameplay and there's nothing to work towards, there's no point in playing the game at all. And I thought about this the other day, and with the prestige system and how the seasonal prestige is reset, if we had the classic prestige system, we might have the same issue as the atomic camo, where once you reach Master Prestige level 1000, there's no more levels to grind, and that might leave players wanting a little bit more. That was an issue back in Black Ops 3, but because that game was so much fun and there was so much to do, and it took a long time to get to level 1000 as well. I don't know what it is about these seasonal prestiges, but it feels like I hit level 1000 in the span of a month and a half, compared to, as in Black Ops 3, it took me almost a year and a half to reach level 1000. Adding more prestiges or just have levels taking longer might be a really good solution if we go back to the old school prestige system, but I don't think we're ever going to go back to that. But this season was fun. It was underwhelming once I completed everything, but Call of Duty still has that magic there where they know how to make their game fun. It seems they don't have the endurance to keep their fan base entertained for longer than a couple days every few months. It could be for a couple reasons. One that I immediately think of is they're starting to split up Call of Duty now and divide the player base. So instead of having everyone on a single game like Black Ops 4 where you could switch between multiplayer zombies and Blackout, you now have a bunch of different games with a bunch of different things to offer that players all want to experience. So if you want to play Warzone, you have to go to Modern Warfare 2019. If you want to play some fun zombies, you have to go to Cold War. If you want to work on the atomic grind, you got to go to Vanguard. And everything is slowly starting to be split up player base wise, and I feel like that's slowly starting to happen with how they develop the games as well, where they're splitting up everything and spreading themselves almost too thin with content just because they're trying to reach all audiences rather than committing to one title and saying, hey, we're putting all our time and effort into this. And I think that's what they're slowly going to start going back to with Modern Warfare 2. These past 3 years were extremely fun, and there was a lot of conveniences with cross-game progression and being able to go to Warzone and use the exact same guns that you would use in Cold War Zombies and have them both level up. But as the developers said, it's getting a little too bloated, and I think we just need that simplicity back. It'll be a lot of fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm having a lot of fun playing Call of Duty still. It just seems like I'm being drugged in so many different directions in what I should play, but it's getting a little exhausting from time to time. But there's these glimmers of hope at the beginning of every season where it brings me back to being a teenager in junior high and high school and playing Call of Duty after school and having that enjoyment for the game. And I see that at the beginning of every new season. I just don't understand why they can't capture that and prolong it. Now, it could be self-inflicted as well. Like, I admittedly unlock everything as fast as possible to show it to the community and to put it in my videos. That could be my own fault, but the fact that there's only 4 guns to complete a season seems like a lot in terms of how many guns are in the game overall. But once you've unlocked them, it doesn't seem like that much. I always get very conflicted in my own head as well while doing mental gymnastics trying to figure everything out, but that's just my take on it. I had a lot of fun with the new weapons, and I'm looking forward to trying new things and completing new challenges in ranked mode. I'll have to see what's down that branch of Vanguard when I start playing it within the next couple of days here. Okay, let's talk about the update and why my uploads have been so inconsistent. I got a new job. I'm working at a golf course this summer. I work pretty early in the mornings, but I'm also home around lunchtime, so I have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. And that means I'll still be able to come home and make videos as well. I'm also in a spring course in this spring semester at my university, just because I'm trying to get a little bit ahead of the curve for next year. It's not very time consuming. I'm just trying to figure out my schedule with working early in the morning, coming home, doing some YouTube, relaxing, playing some games, hanging out with friends, and then doing school as well. School's done early June, so it's not going to be a summer long thing, but uploads for the next week or so might be a little inconsistent as I figure out the schedule, but I plan to get back to daily uploads, and content should be getting more consistent, and you guys should be used to how things were last summer where it was daily uploads, me hosting tournaments in my Discord server, which is going to make a return. So if you guys are interested in that, go to my Discord server. It's always linked in the description. You can read the tournaments page. I don't know why I can't remember the prizes right now for whoever wins the tournaments at the end of the year. I think I'm giving away a couple copies of Modern Warfare 2 for when that game comes out, and there's tons of Gamer Subs prizes in the prize pool as well. So I'm going to be bringing that once things slowly open up with my schedule in June and July. I'm going to try and do a couple this month as well. So we're going to get back to a normal schedule